Hey everyone, this is Women in the Trailer Industry with Caitlin and Lacey. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Lacey.
I'm Juan.
And today we have Juan, who is Vice President of the Trailer Parts Outlet, joining us today. We're going to finish our conversation about the NATM conversation we had on Juan's Full Send podcast. Juan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Juan.
What do you do?
Wait, what's your last name?
Juan?
I'm Juan.
Juan who?
I'm Juan Hernandez. I'm the VP here at the Trailer Parts Outlet. Kind of oversee sales, operation, fulfillment, and
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, jack of all trades. Assist where needed. A little bit about myself. 8 kids. Married for...
Yeah.
Definitely. Married for
Something
8 or 9 years. Don't hold me to that, Cody. I'm sorry, I don't remember how long we've been married.
No dinner for you tonight.
Somewhere
She's been making some
between
good stuff, too.
Yes. But no, that's a little bit about me in a nutshell, I guess.
Well, thanks for being on our podcast. I mean, we're pretty excited. We always like it when we have visitors. It's like, it makes it more fun because we don't have to have really an agenda. We can just kind of go back and forth.
Yeah,
it's real nice.
Mine's even better because I can actually talk to people.
I know.
So over the last week, we went to the NATM convention, and that's the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers. And basically, we left Lacey to run the ship here.
Yeah.
So Lacey, tell us a little bit about your week.
The week was, it was full, really busy, to say the least.
Well,
yeah. Maybe I described it a little bit different in Juan's podcast at Full Send, but
she said it was awful.
Yeah.
By the way, no, I'm kidding.
I got my hives back. No,
Yep.
but so we were just as busy as usual, but we had half our staff. We had 2 sales reps and obviously the other management. The bosses around here were gone. Mostly for what that means for me is the people that help me answer questions. We each have our own kinds of slews of questions that come into us daily, and whenever you're the only face here, the physical face, and everybody else is busy at a convention, you get them all. So she
was like, I don't like being Caitlin and Juan. Can y'all come back, please?
So
on top of her own duties.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely 3 duties is a nightmare.
It's just stuff coming at you from all angles, from anything that has to do with the business. And had a few people sick and hurt, so we were down for fulfillment. So Friday was a long day.
Because Thursday was a snow day.
See, I've just blocked it out. I think.
I don't want to.
It was such a long week. I blocked it out.
Stressing about it,
Thursday we had really bad weather and we had to decide to close down. But making that decision was super hard because you didn't want to close down, not have your business running, and you don't want to be the one to make that decision if it was the wrong decision. So I was texting Caitlin and Juan, what do we do? Do we need to shut down? But for the safety of our employees, we did. Right, yeah. We ended up shutting down. We opened half day on Friday, or late start on Friday. So yeah, it was very interesting, but luckily we have a good team here. Everybody kind of came together. They didn't complain about having to stay and do all the things. I had kind of pre-warned them, you better suit up with your warm clothes on because we're all shipping packages today.
Okay, when I came up, when we got here Friday, I was walking in the office to see if Lacey was still in there until we got here. And she comes out with her coveralls, big old jacket.
Yeah, I did. I straight up
Hey, you came prepared.
It was
I wonder why I didn't picture. I pictured that when we were on the phone with her. I'm like, this girl got her Aggie wear on for yell practice.
I had my straight hunting outfit on, coveralls, my big jacket, all camoed out, and everybody. I walk in there dang, what are you wearing? I was I don't want to be cold, first of all, because it was 20 degrees.
Country girl can survive.
Yes, but we knocked it out. It was a good time. yeah, and you guys had a great time too. So tell us, finish off like how y'all's week go, and kind of recap us if you don't watch Full Sin. We'll give you a kind of recap for this week for what happened in NATM.
Juan, tell us a little bit about what goes on at the NATM show.
So it's a little bit of a lot of networking. So you got vendors who are networking and meeting up with manufacturers who are building and producing these trailers that you see all over the place. So I know some of the trailer manufacturers we saw there were Max D, Diamond C, Cross Trailers, and a couple others that we have pretty good relationships with. But it's just a lot of networking, growing your net worth really, and just vibing with them, because at the end of the day, it's all about communication and
connections, right?
For sure. And some of the people he's listed and the vendors, I mean, we don't buy or sell to each other, but we are there for a resource and to network with each other. So that's what I really love about these trade shows is you get lifelong friends, you get lifelong mentors. I want to shout out to Karen Anderson.
yeah,
For sure.
She's
Karen.
the Karen. So we'll be sure to tag her on this. But yeah, we had a Drop It by Beyonce. So find that on TikTok, will you? But definitely people like her, and I love for our team who doesn't get to visit these often to really discover those mentors within the industry.
For sure.
And to learn from them, because Karen has a completely different skill set or expertise than maybe I do, and so that may resonate with my sales team specifically, or anybody who's there with us. So
most definitely.
Also, just to shout her out, I just totally dig how she is so supportive of everybody, and it's just really awesome to see.
11
Karen,
out of 10.
yeah,
11 out of 10, yes.
Karen is redefining the word Karen for sure. You know how you call people Karens.
Yeah, the
but
Karen, yeah.
She's the positive Karen, can talk to
She's
anybody,
the
can
Karen.
connect anybody, and is always willing to help anybody make those connections too and get started.
For sure, and I think it's also probably pretty good to see, like, for some of these people like Diamond C, maybe like you get to actually see these people physically that you talk to all the time on the phone, right? And you're helping each other out.
And that you see on LinkedIn, like I'm fangirling over there,
Yeah,
like
for sure. But
is
then you
that
get
a
to,
crab brother? Like,
oh my gosh, is he famous? No,
yeah, they're
on
LinkedIn famous, right?
In the trailer world.
That goes back to the mentor situation. I mean, if anything,
Sorry.
yeah, if anything,
They're vampires. They don't age. Tell me your secrets.
seriously,
I'm
or
saying.
Karen. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know how old Karen is, so maybe we won't get into this conversation without her. But
We should have her as a guest on our podcast.
we're going to call him the Technic guy, Daryl. He doesn't age either. He dropped it with us, so check him out as well. He did a little finger snap at the end, so that was great.
Mm-hmm. Y'all had beautiful weather too. I mean, it was just a great week.
Awesome.
Getting to bond with people that we work with too. I mean, that you got to get to know better on a more personal level. I mean, that's good.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I think pointers that I have to give on if you ever find yourself in a position where you have to hold down the fort, you just do the best you can. You make sure everybody should know, if they're in management, what the priorities are of a company and what has to get done. And so that's what you have to keep in mind. Don't let it all overwhelm you.
Yeah.
Stuff that doesn't have to happen. Yeah, breathe. Juan would just text me and be like, breathe. And I'm like, I just want to punch you through the phone right
I'm
now.
like, can I throat punch you? Well, my
Makes me
advice,
breathe one more time.
Yeah.
my advice would be the boss that you can be.
Yes.
Make the decision, ask for forgiveness later if you're the
Yeah.
one left to give those decisions, because everyone's going to have a different opinion.
Yeah.
But be assertive.
I'm going to give myself a little pat for that one, because maybe like a year ago, I would have been texting y'all a lot more other than just about closing down the business. But I think I think I handled it pretty good this week. But, we all grow and we learn. Yeah.
You've grown light
Wait
years.
till you're running it and you have to answer all the e-commerce questions that come your way.
Or billing.
or NetSuite or whatever we're talking about. Yeah.
IT,
Yeah.
NetSuite, ERP lady.
You're probably going to say something like, they could do that next week.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You don't know
I'ma
how to do
handle
that.
it.
Enter
As
it
long
in,
as-
and we'll bill it next
We'll
week.
just
You know,
figure
you don't
it
gotta
out.
As
know how
long
to do
as the
that.
stuff goes out, we'll
Yeah.
handle the rest later.
Right.
It doesn't have to be fulfilled. Inventory can just be off. That's
It's
cool.
okay.
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
None of the books can match next week, but that's all
Was
right.
was that a throat punch? I feel
Fly
it,
in your window, right?
Yeah.
You open the door.
So clearly you can see the type of banter that happens at
Yes.
the Trailer Parts
Yeah.
Outlet. But, you know, we had to merge Full Send and women in the trailer industry together. So we had to figure out how to do it somehow. But
Yeah, so look Full Send up.
If you're
Look
ever in
Juan
the
up.
area, stop by. We'll give you a tour.
for sure.
For sure. Yeah, we'd be excited to do that.
And I want to tell a brief story since we're on the topic of NATM and maybe other women can relate.
I guess he wants to be in the shot
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So that's Kiefer.
This is Kiefer. This is the one you always
Doing the
see.
weird beard stroke. Like, I don't know why men
Yeah.
do that, but they need to quit.
The other
Because that
day-
is not attractive.
The other day,
It's
I'm gonna
kind
tell
of-
him on. This is what he does. He puts it in his mouth. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. Are you tasting your beard right now? And he was like, it's just what I do for soothing. I'm like, no, pick something.
It's like y'all curling your hair up here, or like whatever it is y'all do, or
I don't
pick at
feel
your
like-
fingernails. Y'all are just
I don't
jealous. Y'all are all just jealous.
Of the-
I'm going back.
Well, this is Kiefer. This is IT since he had to go into all that.
he loves being called ID.
Don't touch
Back
his
to my
mouth.
story.
Yeah.
Maybe the women in the industry can appreciate this, but we were at the NATM show, and obviously we had axles, and because we sell axles. And so I had gotten my nails done, and these are my real nails. So the first day, I was
good.
putting something behind the axle, and I basically bent my real nail all the way backward. where
Ladies,
it
you
was-
know what that
Yeah.
you know what that feels like.
where it was
Yeah,
hanging
fellas,
off.
we know.
And so it was kind of something that happened in the moment. So I went to a vendors group, and it was a bunch of men. And I was talking about that because it was painful yet funny. And they were like, oh, I broke my nail. But what I wanted to say was, ladies, don't let men steal your thunder
That's
because they
right.
think you're being a pansy, because we're not. I think there were 3 of us packaging axles at 8 months pregnant so they can kiss it.
That's right.
But
That's right.
Maintain to be the boss you can be, and
whatever you're doing,
yeah.
you could be the boss.
and
yeah.
don't let others inflect their I don't even know the word,
I'll just say,
non-boss-like behavior upon
Yeah.
you. So
I'll have to say kudos to Caitlin on how she handled herself with one scenario at the show.
oh yeah, we
Yeah.
had a little bit of high school drama, and you know, I don't really. If you want the full send of that, go to Juan's episode. Full
Well, you
send.
get more detail there, but
basically, it's just people being dramatic
Childish.
and high schoolish, and you know, don't go to trade shows and be unprofessional either. I mean, we're there to network and be friends and help each other and support each other. And if I have someone who needs something you need, then I'll send them your way. But
Right.
you definitely don't want to burn that bridge with people, whether you need them at the moment or not, because
in this
you
day
may
and
in the
age-
long run.
Yeah,
so.
in this day and age, in this
Especially with the shortage of parts there is.
in every industry. I mean, just be mindful of the way you act and the way that you treat people, because it could come back to get you at one point or another. Yeah, but
So that was a recap of our week and Lacey's week of
Yeah.
managing the boat. But
this is Juan, Full Send. Look him up, and make sure that you like and subscribe us here at Women in the Trailer Industry.
we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.